And welcome back to the Washington Commanders replacement series, where, once again, we have a breakout opportunity on defense. It's a breakout linebacker. My bets are on Allen, because if I remember correctly, he forced the fumble on Jalen Hurts last episode in a routing 34-0 loss. So let's see if that's who it is. And it is Marcus Allen, coach. You've really let me play to my instincts recently, and I can't thank you enough. Last week was one of the best performances I've had since college, and if I put together another game like that against the Cowboys, it'll go a long way towards establishing me as a leader on this team. He will have to, or the defense will have to, hold the Cowboys to less than 250 total yards, which I doubt. So Allen will probably need to get himself one interception, force fumble, tackle for loss, or sack. That would also make him the second and only second star development player on this team. We only have one other, being Shaka Toney, who had that same opportunity in week 2 and got it. That is not the only roster kind of update I have for you. We have gone in and added some new players to the squad, which means we're going to need to also release some players from the squad. We've had Curtis Brooks and Carlos Davis starting, and I haven't noticed really anything great. Carlos Davis, also 26, probably won't improve a whole lot. They have some decent strength, both 85, but they don't provide a whole lot of anything really in the middle. Curtis Brooks has 66 power moves as his best. That is down due to morale. And then Carlos Davis, his best attribute is a 63 power move. So really nothing great. The one guy we have seen play well at the defensive tackle spot is Benito Jones. He's got, I think, 2 or 3 sacks, and that is coming from his finesse moves being a 74. He also has 67 block shedding as well as power moves. So he's a bit more balanced, 24 years old. He still has that 85 strength with 64 speed and 70 acceleration. But we do not have a true run stopper in the middle. And that is where Marquan, I'm going to assume is how it's pronounced, Marquan McCall from Kentucky. He's a rookie who is gigantic. He's 6'3", 380 pounds. That is a lot of man in the middle. He does not move very fast, 59 speed, 55 acceleration. But he comes in with our highest strength at 88. Not going to ask him to rush the passer with 62 power moves and 47 finesse moves. But he has 72 block shedding, which again, highest on the roster for the defensive tackle spot. So hopefully he could help stuff the run. With us playing the Cowboys today, Zeke Elliott, going to have to find a way to slow him down. Hopefully McCall can do that whenever we go to the 46 or 52 defense. We also brought in Chris Williams, a second-year player out of Wagner College with a little bit more speed, nowhere near as big, 6'2", 302, but has some decent acceleration. Strength is okay, it's an 84, so about on par with the majority of our DTs. But he's going to come in with 70 power moves, which would be our highest interior pass rush move. So when we go to the 3-3-5 formation, Chris Williams and Benito Jones will be getting the starts there. McCall, and I'm going to go with probably Benito Jones just because he has a little bit more strength, a little bit more block shedding to be paired alongside McCall. So that leaves Carlos Davis and Curtis Brooks expendable. And I think what we do is Carlos Davis being 26, we release him. We might need to make room on the practice squad for the other DT, because he's not awful. He has some ability to get better. Again, 24 years old. So I would like to keep Curtis Brooks. He's a rookie. If we jump over to our practice squad, do we have any older guys we can get rid of? A 27 overall or 27-year-old punter? Yeah, you can go. So that will clear room for the DT to jump over to the practice squad and at least stick with the team and still progress a little bit because they do get some XP from practice. So at corner, we've been starting Blackwell and Castro Fields on the outside, and we have not been doing really good in coverage. We've been getting mossed consistently by players not swatting the ball away. Coverage in general has just been poor. I think we changed it up today, and we end up putting Trill Williams out there because, again, he has our highest overall cover rating, and we play a more zone scheme. So Trill Williams will get the start, Job will stay in the slot, and Castro Fields will stay out there as one of the outside corners. Past that would then be Wild Goose, Vincent Jr., and Blackwell drops all the way down to the bottom because he has the worst zone coverage. Personally, I like press man, but we don't have a lot of options to build, so this is kind of the best group I think we could put out there currently. So those are going to be the adjustments to the roster. Now, as for our offense, we are going to be making a couple more tweaks. First being, well, Cam Newton is back in this game. Shane Falco and him talk things out. They're cool again, so Newton has been unbenched and will be the starting quarterback. We're going to make some changes to the receiving group, with Seth Williams getting the start as he has the best release on this team. So he'll be our wide receiver 1. That way, hopefully we could get some better releases on the outside and won't have as many situations as we saw last week where we had the one-on-one, tossed it up, and then immediately triple covered and intercepted. Patman will still be getting a start on the outside, just switching over to that wide receiver 2 spot. Dylan Stoner will still be our starting slot guy, and then we'll probably see Cleveland be our next guy to come out to the outside. Zuber, who is technically our highest overall receiver, at least that's the way that he shows up in the depth chart, really hasn't seen much playing time. That's because he has one of the worst releases on the team, so he's primarily just a depth slot guy. As for our tight end situation, that will be played by formation. Muse will get the start in any under center, pistol kind of formations. If we spread wide, basically any formation with the tight end off the line, I think we're going to put Smart out there because he has more speed and acceleration. Doesn't have the strength or any sort of blocking ability. So if there's any time a tight end needs to be blocking, it'll be Muse. And if 2 are out there, then Kalinick will be the second. And I will make one small change at the sub linebacker spot. We were having Muse out there because he is a very fast linebacker. Gemmel, not as fast, still has decent speed, 81, but compared to, I think it was 90 with Muse, big difference. But Gemmel has better coverage ratings, so we'll see how well he does at the slot linebacker spot. And I did forget about one of the guys on our team in Spencer, who is a listed right end, and he will get the start at the right end spot in any of the base packages, so the 46 or 52. He does have some decent, at least for this level of competition for us, he does have some decent power moves as well as block shedding with a little bit of strength and some speed. So he will actually be getting the start in today's episode at one of the rush DT spots. Go back over to it. Instead of Williams, who we did just sign, it's 2 overall difference. We'll see how well Spencer does. If we don't notice a difference, we'll give Williams a shot in the following game. So now we're done with all roster talk, and we can finally jump into this game against the Cowboys, where we are still looking for our first win. Let's get week 4 underway. Receiving the opening kickoff as we come out with the black helmet, black pant, and the gold pants. Figured it was interesting. I don't think the Commanders in real life has rocked this uniform set, so we'll see if I like it. Not sure yet. I also think it's about time we really start trying to focus in on what we think this offense can be best at. And I feel like that might be the running game as Huntley gets the first carry instead of Borghi. Don't know why, did not make that change. But I do think the run game is the best choice for us to go down. The offensive line is built for running the ball, so that's I think what we should do. And Borghi breaks a tackle and stumbles forward for a gain of 7. And the reason I definitely want to focus on Borghi as our number 1 back is because he is a rookie, so I want to make sure he gets as much development early on as possible. Go the play action rollout here, not much. Cam will step up, take the contact, but we'll get 6. However, we have to remember Cam is older at this point now, 33 years old, so he'll head to the sideline. Cone will check in. We'll go with the RPO handoff down the middle. Borgie cuts to the left, and that'll be a first down. Not a whole lot extra, but gets what matters. Stay out in that same formation. Switch it, though. 2 to the right this time, 1 to the left. Bit of play action, and gonna need to find someone across the middle. Williams couldn't quite get there. He actually had the break and a decent bit of separation, just the ball a little off timing, perhaps, due to the rush. Cam Newton back out there, trying to set up the read option. We'll go with Borgie to the right-hand side. Parson gets the tackle after a gain of 4. And that'll leave 3rd and 6. Gonna go with the slants here. Trying to find one of these receivers that we haven't hit yet, and not gonna have the opportunity because Parsons quickly around the edge will sack Newton. We'll probably have to punt from here. And following a hold on the punt, Cowboys starting back at the 7. Again, we need to get Allen 1 sack, tackle for a loss, forced fumble, sack. Did I already say that? I'm not sure. He needs one of those. Because it'll be either that or the team in general has to hold the Cowboys to 250 total offensive yards or less, which I doubt we really can do. They'll toss this one deep. Wiggins in one-on-one. CeeDee Lamb not going to come up with it, despite Wiggins not even trying to catch it. Okay. So 3rd and inches. We'll come out in the 46 defense despite their 3 receiver set. Send the blitz, and they will not get it. Nice job, 28 on the outside. Who was that? Let's jump into replay. Number 28 is Josh Jobe, our slot corner, on CeeDee Lamb for a majority of the time. Let's actually zoom out a little bit here, go the opposite way that I did. He started on CeeDee Lamb, covers him pretty well, keeps outside, and then has to slide off onto Dalton Schultz and knocks it away. I mean, that's a clean play. That also gives our offense the ball back following a punt and a good return by one of our backup running backs. I can't remember what his name is. Here's some open running room for Huntley. We'll power forward, gain a 9. I want to make sure we continue to use all of our options here, and since they go man up to the outside, we'll change this to a quarterback draw, head down the middle, and Cam will come up inches shy. So for 3rd and inches, we'll come out in a heavy look and actually motion over Smart. And not that he's much of a blocker, he's primarily just a body, but use that to our advantage. Borgie will cut inside and will end up being brought down by a couple different Cowboys. But it will keep our drive alive. And I do like that Kalinick stays in the block here because he is not a very fast guy, nor does he have great hands. Muse to the outside, wide open, and we're inside the red zone. First time today, catch down to the 13 for the rookie tight end. And it's been well over a game since we've scored a touchdown. I would love to end this drive with one. Gonna knock on wood so I don't jinx myself. We'll go with a run, open running room, Borgie, forward, about 8 yards. Now coming out in the goal line, Huntley will check back in at running back. Looks like Kalinick drops to fullback. He'll lead the way. We have some open space, but it closes pretty quickly. But after we get the first. And now they'll match our goal line. It'll be big against big. Who can get the push? We'll head right down the middle. Lead blocker Huntley will power through 2 Cowboys and to grab a lead in this game. First time we've had a lead since the Detroit game, week 2. Well, so far, day off to a pretty good start. And I would say it's very Dallas of Dallas to do this. 1st and 10, quick pass underneath, caught about 8 yards. And to be honest, I completely forgot that the Cowboys had T.Y. Hilton until that catch. 2nd and 2 as they come out with a weak eye. We run to that left-hand side, and the linebacker does a good job of chopping out. And they say ball is actually out, recovered by the Commanders. I expect a booth review, but if this stands, forced fumble, and I don't know who it was. I don't think it was Allen. And that's who we need to have the forced fumble, but it definitely looks like Zeke was down. And after an expedited process, it is overturned, and we will head into the 2nd quarter. The Cowboys maintain possession, 1st and 10 up to the 41. They come out with a tight single back set. Gonna run Zeke to the left-hand side. He'll cut in. Broken tackle. Allen tried to grab the ankles, but definitely missed. And with them only needing 2 more yards for yet another 1st down, they come out spread, go the run down the middle, and there's Allen to meet him at the line to gain, but they say he got enough. So still waiting on Allen to make a play. Maybe a double A gap blitz will help as we try to get Tony around the edge, which we definitely do, but a quick pass into the tight end will get him 8 more yards. Another catch for Schultz. At least a slight improvement, I feel like, because typically it's just 1st down after 1st down. Right now it's just 2nd and 2 after 2nd and 2. Pass to the outside. Nice tackle from Burgess. Takes out Ferguson. And also there hasn't been any just toss-up easy grabs on the outside like we've seen quite a bit. So maybe some slight progress, although a big catch down the middle of the field. Lamb in coverage by Castro Fields, but not good enough coverage. And now inside the red zone they go. So we'll drop to the 46 defense. Try to add a little bit more strength out there as we had Jones, who had a quick pass rush, but got shoved away, and into the end zone goes T.Y. Hilton to help Cowboys tie this game up. Now let's see how our offense responds. Coming out, they have the lead. Defense gave it up. Can we keep things going on offense? And down the middle we go for a short gain of 3. Honestly, felt like that was going to be more, but a quick stop by the defense. Good block shedding. Will be a play action here for Cam. Has a tight end maybe breaking open, although that pass too far out in front. So that'll bring up 3rd and 7. I'm going to make a slight adjustment. Hot route to the outside here on an in route from Patman. Should maybe help Stoner get open a little bit more. And that's where we're going to go, but not going to find him. Good job from 37. Knocks it away, and we'll punt away. So it's actually the Cowboys defense that answers back after their touchdown. They go with a run here, play 1, and another broken tackle. Might have been Allen, maybe Muse. And Allen is the linebacker with the white sleeve, so keep an eye on him as we try to get into the backfield here. Shaka Tony will get the sack despite pretty good rush pickup there from Zeke. We see him get around the corner, just completely empty. No one touches him. Fights off Zeke, gets a sack. Didn't see him really get involved much in the pass rush last game against the Eagles, but at least getting a little bit more involved earlier on in this game will definitely help us out, as that pass does not get caught inbounds. Zeke out of bounds at the catch point, and now they'll punt. So with about 3.5 minutes, Dolgala comes out as we go empty set and try to find something. How about a receiver to the corner? Nice pass finds Cleveland, and a flag is down. I think that's a little soft on Donovan Wilson, but I'll take it. So what was already a nice chunk play for us, even more, as it moves us down to the 25. So in one play, basically flip field. Go with Borgie to the outside on the jet sweep, trying to get the corner, but can't get by 42. Barr with the pursuit. We'll stay empty, just flip the side here. Trips to the right-hand side now. Maybe see if we could get Muse. No, not with the corner dropping back like that. Newton gonna try to get what he can. Maybe he actually will lose 3. So not get anything. And on 3rd and 9, Cone will check in. Gonna make another couple hot routes here. Basically just want to shorten up Muse's route, send Stoner on a cross, a slant. How about to the corner? Nice pass, nice catch. Williams in his first start gets on the board. Had that release, which was exactly the reason he got the start. See if we can see it on the replay. Not the start, but he had the separation. A nice pass from Cone, who checks in. And now we retake a lead with about 2 minutes left before half. Now we just need our defense to hold that lead. 2 minutes, 14 seconds left before halftime. They come out bunched to the right. Under center goes Dak. Run a little bit of zig route, and that's exactly where they go. Broken tackle, too. Allen will bring him down. Not Allen, that's Gemmel. Another one of those guys getting his first start as we hit the 2-minute warning. I feel like Gemmel and Allen keep switching sides, so it makes things very confusing for me. See if we can get Job off the corner here. Cornerback blitz. We have a passer over there. Not going to get there in time, though. Allen does get the tackle that time, but it's not for a loss, nor a forced fumble. 1st and 10. Some zones across the middle, and a little late for Allen to react. And actually, we whiffed on yet another tackle in open field, and Schultz will get a few more down to the 27. This team definitely needs to run some tackling drills. They're looking pretty rough out there. 1st and 10. Another trips to one side. They go underneath, and Gemmel almost gets the pick. Well, at least knock it free for a 2nd and 10. They stay out in that cover 2 look, since they run a lot of underneath, and that's what they do here again. TY with the catch, short gain. And on 3rd and 6, they'll come out pistol set. Twins to the right, 1 to the left. Zeke in the backfield. Try to get Shakatoni around the edge like he did before. Causing problems for Dak, but Dak finds some room to run. Tosses back across body and tackled. A whole lot of play for a loss of a yard. But Trill Williams in his first start, he gets the tackle and forces the field goal attempt. About a 42-yarder. That one is up, headed down the middle. We'll make it 14-10, with us giving us about 35-ish seconds left on offense. And with that limited time out there, you know Dolgall is coming out. We need that strong arm. And hopefully he could provide at least some semi-accurate passes. We have a kind of a one-on-one and almost a fantastic one-hand grab. But Patman not able to squeeze it. We don't need to chuck the ball deep downfield every play, though. We can go with some underneath routes to get a little bit, maybe some more short yardage, but Dolgall is actually going to step up here, scramble, take the hit. We'll call one of our timeouts. Have 2 timeouts left, 21 seconds. 3rd and inches, most important thing here is a 1st down. So that's what we're going for. Trying to get Borghi to the outside where he has some space. Call our 2nd timeout at the 50. I'd like to at least get into field goal range. And I think an audible here would help us get there. So let's change play action here. Maybe Patman on a quick, well, I wouldn't say quick out, more of a deep out. Maybe go a little bit deeper here, one-on-one. Seth Williams can't get the grab. Safety comes over and knocks it free. So back to that empty look we go. Dolgalla back out there. Seth Williams has been playing pretty well on that left-hand side. I think that was a good change. To see if we can get anything else open. Throw this one out late. We'll find Smart, but not much. We'll call our last timeout, because I think it's Hail Mary time. Just gonna send everyone to the post. Hail Mary post play here. Hopefully we could get some decent enough blocking to hold up. Let these guys get downfield. And no, but broken sack. And I don't know why Newton's out there, because I told Dolgalla to go out there. Instead, picked off. We'll get the tackle. A lot again happened for nothing good for us, but we'll head into halftime with a 14-10 lead following a up and down play. But in total, the play of the first half, this team really bounced back from last week, holding Zeke to only 28 rushing yards. We have 77 ourselves. We have given up a turnover. Would like to force one. Let's take a look around the league. Giants, Bears currently tied 5 seconds before half. 21-21. Bears have not won a game. Giants only 1-2. As we look just a little bit south with the Ravens taking on the Buffalo Bills. 21-10. Bills up. Allen not great. 50% completion percentage. And Tyler Huntley getting the start for the Ravens. A little bit north of there, so really just sticking in the Northeast. Philadelphia, who just destroyed us, they're currently down to the Jags 17-7. With the Jaguars 2-1 on the season, and Lawrence, pretty good game. But our defense is going to need to come out strong here, as we'll be kicking off to start the second half. Cowboys will get possession, as long as nothing crazy happens here, which doesn't look like it's going to. Kneel down, they'll start at the 25. And once again, Allen needs a tackle for loss, sack, forced fumble, interception. Something along that, or one of those at least. Or the defense has to keep these Cowboys to less than 250 total yards. And that was Zeke's best rush of the day. And they'll follow that up by going out and empty. So let's bring down the safety. Gonna bring the double A gap blitz. We had a guy clean off the edge on the other side, just a little bit slow. And again, some sloppy tackling. Luckily, Lamb steps out. That'll bring up a 2nd and 4. Again, actually they're gonna make an audible here. So let's wait. Gonna be trips to the right-hand side as they bring Gallup down to the tight end spot. Very interesting. And Gemmel just about a step off of knocking that one free. We saw him almost get an interception on a similar play earlier in the game, the first half, on a similar route to Schultz. I'll go with a draw here. Nice stop down the middle. First time we've seen that from one of our DTs, and that was big number 92. And that is Spencer. Kind of the hybrid DT / end for us, depends on the formation that we're in. But so far, I would say the little adjustments that we've made definitely helping us out. As Zeke going to be wide open, Gemmel comes flying across, but not going to get there in time to stop the first. And we'll go back to that double A gap look, and a completely wide open Gallup is going to give the Cowboys the lead. Don't know what happened on the outside, busted coverage. I don't know if they went to press and just got absolutely destroyed. Doesn't quite matter. They take the lead. And for the first time in this game, we are now no longer in front or tied. So let's see how this offense responds. Get Borghi to the outside. Try to get away from Van Der Esch, who will drag him down as our tight end Muse comes up a little shaken up. He seemed all right, but he'll head to the blue tent to be checked out. So in his stead, we'll see Smart get a few more looks at least when we go to any sort of shotgun or 3-receiver set. Try to toss this away late, and not a good idea. Cam should have just taken the sack. Throws his 2nd interception. And that'll give the Cowboys the ball close to the 40, picked off by Anthony Barr. Unfortunately, that's something that we've seen grow as a trend with Cam Newton late in his career, is some panic turnovers. Coming the double A gap blitz. Shakatoni trying to get around the edge, and a nice pickup by, I think it was actually a guard who switched all the way to the outside. Buys enough time for Dak to find Schultz for a gain of 9. And now they'll come out under center. Go with a run to the right-hand side. We have no one there. A spin move that didn't even need to happen there from Zeke. Be another first down. And I'm pretty sure they've either come out in pistol or come out in a bunch. That seems to be what their plays are about, I would say 60% of the time. And they go to the outside. T.Y. Nice juke. Stretches for it. And they're in to widen their lead. Capitalizing off the INT by Anthony Barr. And a really, really nice play there by T.Y. So quickly it went from being in the lead to barely down. And now we're down 2 possessions. So we need to play smart here. How about Borghi? Across the middle, wide open. Get the first down. Cut back to the left-hand side. Crossing midfield. Brought down at the 48. You don't always have to overcomplicate things. Sometimes these shorter, simple routes can make the big plays happen. We just need to buy some time to let them happen. Patman across. Gets the catch on Trayvon Diggs. Nice job. Also have to make sure we highlight Newton there, who threw a very accurate pass despite the bearing down pressure of Parsons. Hand this one off to Borghi. He'll get forward, gain of 5. And I'm definitely liking Williams at that left outside receiver spot. Patman has been okay. He's made some plays here and there. And I definitely did not actually want to throw that pass. I tried to check it, and it did not work. So 3rd and 8 on the 3-yard loss on a completed pass. Come out with some curl routes here. And we'll go back to Smart, who just had that last catch. He gets the first down, tackled by Van Der Esch, but we're inside the red zone. We could really use a touchdown on this drive. We'll come out with a full house look. Huntley back at running back. We'll go down the middle. Power back. We'll get forward, gain of 3. And honestly, having Huntley back there, if Micah Parsons is on the edge, maybe not the best choice, because Parsons was pretty much in the backfield by the time the handoff was there. Williams across the middle. Caught. First down to the 5. And I probably shouldn't do it, but I am curious about it, so see what the release looks like, and I didn't like it. Gonna need to roll and end up throwing this one away. Tried to see what the quick vertical would look like on the outside with Seth Williams, but safety was over the top. Didn't trust it. Probably made the smarter choice. Hand this one off Huntley down the middle. May actually be a loss of a couple yards, and will send us into the fourth quarter where we need a touchdown on the first play. Down 10 points. Gonna send Stoner on the zig. See how well that could get open. Tossed out far enough. He gets a catch, turns up, and he is in. Nice pass there from Cam Newton. Placed far enough to let Stoner get the catch, but still have enough room to make that final turn and get into the end zone. Honestly, corner played it pretty well. Was in tight coverage, but it had good enough route ran and a good enough pass. Will at least narrow our deficit. Now we're really going to need our defense to come up big, as once again they come out with a bunch to that right-hand side. It's time for Allen to make a play here. They go all the way to the outside. Schultz with the grab, falls out of bounds, gain of 2. And on 2nd and 8, trips to the left-hand side. Schultz also to that side. They go with a stretch and a broken tackle. Shakatoni couldn't bring down Zeke, who gets the first and up to the 40. So the tackling on this team, definitely not top tier. Very much reminds me of college football, but in the smaller conferences, as CeeDee Lamb spins off a couple more guys and gets another first down, this time at midfield. So you got the Power 5 and what the Big 5, I think, is the smaller conferences, like the Sun Belt, that kind of group. Kind of reminds me of tackling that I've seen in that, as they go empty set here. Zeke in the slot, and that's where they go on the quick out. Will get forward for about 9. Dak pretty accurate on the day, 20 of 24. Haven't forced a turnover yet, which I would sure like to see coming soon. I'm gonna make an audible here. Send Tony around the edge, but a nice pickup. They go underneath once again for another first down to Zeke. And I like this look with the standing fullback. I feel like most of the time they're always down in the 3-point, and they blow a wide open gap, but a nice tackle there from Wiggins. Zeke tried to hurdle. He ended up getting picked up and then dropped. Try to send another blitz here. From the interior, Prescott in shotgun will hand this one off to Zeke, and there's plenty of running room there. Johnson gets... Zeke just hurdled 2 guys, and now he's going into the end zone to retake a 10-point lead. That's insane. So about 4.5 minutes left. Once again, down 2 possessions. We need a quick score and a stop on defense. We're going to have a wide open receiver to the outside. Nice catch by Tyree. They say no? I can't afford to challenge it. Need the timeouts. So unfortunately, we're going to have to go with not a completion, but a nice job on the outside and a better job to get back to where the ball was by the corner. Williams had the separation. Maybe should have put a little bit more power in that throw. Too late for that, though. And gonna have to just chuck this one. Williams across with the catch and the grab. Let's run into hurry up here. Try to capitalize off of that. Go straight in once again. Go underneath Micah Parsons with the quick pressure. Blew up that play. Either way, good last couple plays. Gets us into some scoring range here as Cam Newton checks in. Gonna send Williams in motion. Fake the jet sweep. Fake the handoff. Toss this one to the back corner. Now in double coverage. Patman skies up but can't grab it. So that leaves us with a 3rd and 10. We're in 2 down territory either way at this point. We'll go with a run on 3rd and 10. Try to get what we can. Duck to the outside, and Micah Parsons and Diggs quick to collapse. We'll get forward for 4. Do we take the field goal now? That might be the smarter choice. A 50-yarder indoors, yet still have a little bit of wind. This one is back. Kick is up. That's looking true, and we'll make this a 1-score game. With 3 minutes, 13 seconds on the clock, defense has to get the stop. Right now would be the best time for Allen to get his tackle for loss. As they'll start under center, go with a run down the middle, and we got no push. Zeke has open running room to the outside, headed down the sideline and out of bounds, just shy of midfield. That is not how you get a big play on defense on first down. That is the opposite. But we'll go right back to it. They go right back to it as well. Just completely open running room. Every single time Zeke headed down the sideline, and they've retaken once again that 10-point lead. And we're pretty much right back in the same situation. We have to get downfield quickly. Empty set here, Dolgala out there. We'll have to check this one underneath to Stoner, who gets the catch. Get forward for 9. Gonna need to run some hurry-up offense here. Under 2.5 minutes, about 2.5 minutes. Have a nice release to the outside. Throw that with a little bit more power, and Williams can't squeeze it. So once again, with that 3rd and short situation, first down is key. Also, the tight end Muse back out there, so he's feeling all right. We'll get the first down with Calais and then quickly go into a hurry-up look here. Need to get downfield quickly. Have a couple different out routes here. Toss this one to the sideline. Patman not going to get anywhere close. 2nd and 10. 2:12 on the clock. We have all 3 timeouts, but we need 2 scores. How about right down the seam and almost intercepted, and then is intercepted off the tip. Stoner broke open for a second, but the defense quickly collapses. What was 1-on-1 was 1-on-4 in a matter of 0.2 seconds. And then Van Der Esch off the tip gets the INT. So now the defense really has to force a turnover at this point. Down 14. They go the run to the outside. Zeke finally gets stopped. 2nd and 11 following the 2-minute warning. They come out 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. I expect a lot of Zeke here. And that's where they go. And there's another tackle for a loss. Not by the guy we need, but by one of our new DTs. Or I should say newly starting DTs. Antonio Jones there gets the stop. 3rd and 12. They come out in a heavy look. Want to make sure we back things up a little bit, provide some structure, and there's no structure. Zeke might actually take this, not to the house, but pretty close. So with 1 minute and 11 seconds left, they're at the 15. Primed to put some more points on the board. Zeke with the spin and into the end zone. This final score is going to look a lot different than what this game was for quite a while. 1 minute, 7 seconds. We would need some amazing play here to get anything going. How about a pass across the middle? Cleveland with the catch. Passing midfield to about the 47 as we go to the hurry up here. Again, we need a lot of points on the board, and there's not a whole lot of different plays in this playbook. So let's let this keep going. Williams with a nice grab there. Bodies out the corner. Keep this thing rolling. About 20 seconds left. Looking for at least a late touchdown here. How about Stoner in the end zone with the grab? He has really sure hands if he's not in quadruple coverage. He'll tack one back. We'll try to get the ball back with 18 seconds left. For the onside kick. Can we get anything happening here? No, recovered by Gallup. Quick tackle. We don't have the timeouts to stop anything, so this game is a wrap. 45-30 because we missed the point after following Stoner's touchdown. Overall, though, I felt like this was a much better game. Although we didn't win, it was very much a bounce-back game following the Eagles. A lot of the changes I think we made really were an integral part of that. You know, we were able to find Williams, and I think he did great on the outside. We actually had more passing yards than the Cowboys, although they still had about 500 total yards, which was double what we needed to get the dev boost, at least for our linebacker in Allen, who I don't think had a tackle for loss today or any of the things that he really needed. So that part, a little unfortunate. And to confirm, he will not be getting that boost. This wasn't the elite performance I was hoping for, and it's not for a lack of effort, I promise you that. Maybe it's the scheme, the play calling, I don't know. I think you just didn't make any plays today. Because he was there in the middle. They ran down the middle, they passed down the middle. Just didn't make a play. And that moves us on over to week 5, where we'll be taking on the Derrick Henry-led Tennessee Titans. The probably lowest overall team we've faced so far. Offense is a 79, defense is an 83. That might be our best chance at grabbing our first victory. Obviously going to have to stop Derrick Henry, and they have the number 5 rushing offense. So some of the new guys we have in the interior are really going to need to come to play. And hopefully we see a bounce back game from Allen, who we really didn't see have much of an impact. Gemmel did in his first start. Trill Williams at corner, I feel like he did a pretty good job. Saw a couple plays made by the defensive line, but I think Seth Williams is definitely our number 1 receiver at this point. Might need to find him a number 2. But we'll see if we're able to find that in between this episode and next episode. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Tick that bell icon to be notified of when this series is posted or when any of my videos are posted. 4 videos a week, with 2 of them being this series on Monday and Thursday, and then the other 2 being our state-only challenge on Wednesday and Saturday. So a lot coming to you. Make sure you stay tuned. And until next time, we'll see what changes we make and how well we can do. See you later. Bye.